Hi YouTube, it's Lena, and I'm here today with my Boxycharm. But first, let's go over what I had last month, like I always do. First, I had the Diamond Dust Loose Powder from Artiste Couture, I believe it was called. I decided to swap that, and even though sometimes I'm like, ooh, but I've seen swatches of that's really pretty, and it is gorgeous, by the way. I'm not a loose powder user, but other than maybe some eye pigments here and there, it's just not my thing. I know I would have to make myself use that, so I decided to swap it. Now, next thing I no longer have because I used them up. We received 3 masks from BioBell, and they were really nice. Like about $4.99 nice, which is the price of each one individually. There was the primer mask, which did actually work as a little bit of a smoothing primer. Now, that would be really expensive to use that every day as your primer, but you know, if you want a 2-in-1 to pack for like a day trip or something, that's actually a pretty nice idea. And then there were 2, like a pomegranate one and a rose one. Both of those were actually really nice. I was concerned that the rose one would be kind of overpowering, but it was very pleasant, so yeah. Next is this Real Her Shadow Palette, Be Your Own Kind of Beauty. This is the #1. And this is a shade for shade dupe of the Makeup Forever Artiste Palette #1. Because I'm actually going to do a video on this because this is cruelty free while Makeup Forever I believe is not. And this is about half the price. Not quite half the price, it's a little more than that, but in the realm of half the price. I know not everybody liked this, but I actually did really like it. Now, I'm probably not going to keep mine because, like I said, I have the Makeup Forever one. That one was a gift, so this is the one that I would pass along. But I am going to keep it long enough to do the video on it, just in case you guys were curious about this. But as far as I've seen, it's a pretty nice little palette. Next is a highlighter brush from Luxie Beauty. I love waving this around. I have spent most of the month messing with my dogs with this. But for a highlighter brush, this is actually pretty nice. This is what I used today, actually. So I'm perfectly happy to have it. I don't know if I would spend the money on Luxie brushes because they're kind of expensive, but I love getting them in boxes. And finally, I have the Ofra lipstick in Santa Ana. I've only worn this once so far, so I haven't had as much time to test this as I would have liked. I have liked it from what I've worn of it, but I'm probably going to wear it 1 or 2 more times before I review it for the site. But it is a really pretty color, and it does smell really good. And as far as I can tell, it is really like a really good formula as far as sticking to your lips is concerned and not being super transferry. So out with the old and with the new. Actually kind of bad this month. Because I thought I was getting something else because all of the spoilers showed something different, and in the last minute some of us found out that we were getting other stuff and I got the other stuff. So I'm not very happy with Birchbox. Not Birchbox. I am giving someone some of my old Birchboxes, that's why there's Birchbox in the free. I am not as happy with Boxycharm as I could be because instead of getting a makeup setting spray, which is totally what I used, I got sent this. This is the Ofra Body Illuminizer. This is a body lotion that is shimmery. I don't use this. I will be trying to swap this or doing something with it. It's just not my thing at all. I haven't taken the seal off yet or anything because I'm not going to. But based on the color of the outside, I'm sure this is way too dark for me to be wanting to use. So I'm kind of pissed about that, honestly. All the other stuff I'm really happy about. I'm just aggravated that they last minute substituted in like that when all of the spoilers said we were getting setting spray. And some people did. So next I have the ColourPop Ultra Matte Lip, and mine is in, I don't know what mine's in. What is this color? Notion? You think it'd be like orange or coral, right? It's not. I'm glad it's not, because I wouldn't have worn it. Now, I just got this on my damn nose. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm going to have liquid lipstick on my nose for the rest of the video, so apologies for that. This is super dark. I love super dark lipsticks. I ain't mad at it. I know most people are like, you shouldn't wear dark lipsticks this time of year. I wear what I want. I do gravitate more towards brighter colors, but I will happily wear that. Next is the Winky Lux Unibrow Universal Eyebrow Pencil. Winky Lux is that brand that came out with the lip balm that had the flower in it. Like I knew that name for a while. It does have a spoolie on one end, which is good. This is one of those teardrop shaped things, which I don't quite know how to use. I did fool with this a little bit when I got it the other day, and I couldn't get my brows to really look as the way I wanted them to. So this is gonna take a bit of a learning curve, but that is it right there. Now I know that I don't always love these universal brow things because they're kind of hard, and to get my shade I have to press down kind of hard because the harder you press the darker it is. But we shall see how that works. Hopefully I can get used to that little teardrop shape and actually be able to use it. Now this is what I was excited for. The other thing that I was excited for, but I actually got it. This is the Blink with Boxycharm Electric Eyes palette. The shades are, I'm sure it's, I must be reading these wrong. I'm not going to say them because I'm obviously reading them wrong, but look at that. Oh my goodness. Like even the lightest shade is pulling beautiful. There they are right there. I'm so excited about that, you guys. I'm so excited. And this is like $45. So, you know, that double pays for the box right there. And lastly, we got something from Bare Minerals. Now this was an optional item too. You either could have gotten this or a primer and sunscreen combination, which that was the one that seemed to have come more with the water setting spray. Although I saw some people get this in the setting spray too, so. But this is the Invisible Light Translucent Powder Duo. One side is matte and one side has a bit of a glow to it, kind of like the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powders, which I returned my palette. I did not get along with it. But if I could make this work as a general highlight, that would be great. That's kind of a heavy swatch for the matte powder, obviously. So that's it. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I do really appreciate it. And hopefully I will see you later. Bye.